Hi, my name is Kenneth Carruthers. I'm running for mayor for the city of Oshawa. I think in the past we've had a mayor and council that didn't work together. We need the mayor to be the head of the orchestra. The mayor is the conductor, and he gets the musicians, the councillors to play beautiful music together. That has not been happening in Oshawa. We need a MacGyver, a problem solver, someone that can really bring people together and work together. We need councillors that go out and bring forward people's wants and needs for Oshawa. We need Oshawa to get out and vote in municipal elections. 26% of people voting is sad, sad, sad. Please, people of Oshawa, love your city, get out and vote. And please vote for me, because I am going to make a difference in this city. I know I can do it. I have a history of MacGyvering things and making them work. I've been a union member my whole life, problem solver, bringing people together. I've been a teacher. We can work together and make this city great again. Prepare to be amazed? Yes, I've been waiting a long time. Now for something completely different. Please vote, and please vote for me for your mayor. I can get the job done.
Hi, I'm Giancroce. Many of you 4 years ago gave me the opportunity to serve as a regional and city councillor, and I have to say that it was a humbling experience and one of the greatest blessings of my life. You know, this October the 22nd is the next municipal election, and municipal elections matter greatly. For those individuals that are eligible to vote, I'm going to encourage you to cast a ballot, because your vote counts and your voice matters. Matter of fact, voices of my family, my friends, my community, and our current mayor have challenged me to take the next step in my public service as the next mayor of the city of Oshawa. Over the last 4 years, I've had the opportunity to serve on many different roles, both at the region and the city. At the region, I was part of Health and Social Services, a $375 million budget. I was appointed to the Task Force on Affordable Housing, the president of Durham Regional Nonprofit Housing. At the city, I was part of Development Services, where the past 4 years in the city of Oshawa, we've seen over $2 billion invested. That's 4 historical years in a row. And as the chair of finance, I can say with confidence that we have had the most competitive tax levy over the last 4 years. We have seen our debt go down, our reserves go up, and we have invested over $105 million in our infrastructure. But more is needed to be done. I'm going to encourage you to go to my website to see our 4 pillars and the vision we have for the next 4 years. We want to make sure that you cast a ballot on October 22nd for Dan Carter for mayor, because your vote counts and your voice matters.
My name is Joe Ingino. I'm one of the candidates for mayor office of the city of Oshawa. Oshawa, great place to live, possibly one of the best cities in southern Ontario. Unfortunately, our city has sat as a sleeping giant for too long. In 2018, we have a unique opportunity to awaken that giant and turn it into a giant of opportunity. Opportunity for the young, the old, and for everybody in between. An opportunity to bring jobs, keep jobs, and work with investors, developers, and anybody of interest that wants to call Oshawa their home. With your help, we can awaken that giant. We can make the giant that has the potential to become something great for our future generations and for you, the taxpayers. Are you not tired of the 3% every year? Well, that has to stop, and it will stop in 2018 when we awaken that giant that's asleep for too long. The giant of opportunity and prosperity awaits your vote. If you'd like to find out more information about proposals, about ideas, or about what and where we're going in 2018, please email me to inginoformayor2018@gmail.com or call me at 905-441-2657. Or I invite you to visit me in person at 136 Simcoe Street North Unit number 4, beautiful downtown Oshawa. I want to hear from you, and I want to hear about your concerns. In 2018, please vote Joe Ingino to awaken prosperity for all. Thank you.
If you want an Oshawa for everyone, the choice is clear. Sara Lear. I'm the most qualified candidate for position of mayor, and here's why. I have an educational background in both political science and social justice and peace studies. I also have an Ivy business degree. I've worked as a small business consultant helping startups with their business proposals, and from there transitioned into strategy consulting. Here's where I really perfected my skills in strategic planning, and that, when coupled with my executive coaching certification, makes a great combination when leading the decision-making process within teams. I've also spent several years recently in the construction business as a senior project manager and estimator. Here I learned how to manage growth and development. As mayor, I want to make sure that we are not alienating our existing constituents due to construction noise, construction dirt, and construction traffic. Speaking of construction, and there will be a lot of it in the next 4 years, it is important that Durham businesses help build Oshawa. Let's reform the city's procurement process to give preference to Durham-registered businesses. I refuse to accept the fact that I live in a city where I pay my taxes, am employed by a business that pays Oshawa taxes, and yet often our local contracts are going to non-local companies. Local businesses need to staff local projects. If you want an Oshawa for everyone, the choice is clear. Sara Lear.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to introduce myself as a candidate for Regional and City Councilor for Oshawa's Ward 1. I am Dominic Barone. My educational achievements include 2 university degrees, my first in biochemistry and my second in pharmacy. As a registered pharmacist, I've owned and operated numerous pharmacies employing hundreds of individuals along the way. Throughout my tenure as a pharmacist and business owner, I've learned many lessons needed to be successful. I am confident that if given the opportunity to represent the people of Oshawa, I will use my experience to ensure every decision I make is one made to benefit the taxpaying citizens of Oshawa. If elected, my efforts will be aimed at stopping the inappropriate use of tax dollars. For example, why did city officials spend millions of taxpayer dollars to build a new tower for Oshawa's airport when the one they had was sufficient? As we all know, no significant benefit resulted from this huge expenditure. I believe this inappropriate use of tax dollars has in part contributed to why the citizens of Oshawa pay the highest property tax mill rate than all the surrounding municipalities, including Pickering, Whitby, Ajax, Bowmanville, and even Toronto. A vote for me is a vote for change, a vote for a greater voice, to stop the status quo, to stop the inefficient use of taxpayer dollars. In Canada, 75% of all Canadians are employed by the private sector. These jobs are those in which we as elected city officials should look at increasing. As an elected official, I will work hard to create a city council whose focus is not to create jobs at taxpayers' expenses, but instead create an environment which will promote the creation of more private sector jobs. I look forward to meeting my constituents of Ward 1 during the canvassing period. Thank you very much, and vote for me on October 22nd.
Hi, I'm Cathy Clarke, Ward 1 candidate for Oshawa Regional and City Councillor. I have a Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Planning and Housing. For 12 years, I sat on Oshawa and Durham Region Councils, serving as Chair of Oshawa's Planning Committee and Operational Services Committee and Vice Chair of the region's Health and Social Services. Committed to our heritage legacy, I initiated designating the Regent Theatre to save it from demolition and continued working on the adaptive reuse of the theatre with community groups. The Regent is now the hub of the downtown University UOIT campus. I've been working in international trade and made the decision to return to council after being dismayed about the current state of affairs in Oshawa. I believe I can do a better job. I live in a new subdivision in Ward 1, and I'm concerned about delay of a year or more to complete sidewalks, curbs, and grass. Developers must adhere to a reasonable timeline to provide services. The city needs a bylaw requiring that streetscapes are finished in a timely manner. Parks are another issue. With summer's hot weather, spray pads would be welcome in neighborhood parks. Out of 110 parks in the city, only 9 have water features. In 2017, a mere $20,000 was allocated for parks, even though a facilities assessment report showed that many city playgrounds should be updated. Also, speeding is an issue throughout Durham. Durham needs to be known for enforcing its speed limits. From a governance perspective, the city is in distress. Residential taxes are amongst the highest in the province. Council got rid of the Auditor General when he wrote a report critical of the Works Depot purchase. I was involved in the push to ask Council for transparency on this critical issue, but the city has broken the intent of the Municipal Freedom of Information Act by not releasing information to the public. I am willing to challenge the status quo, and with your vote, I can be there for that challenge. Please visit my website at electcathyclarke.com.
My name is John Neal, and I'm a candidate for Regional and City Councilor, Ward 1 Oshawa, in the upcoming municipal election. I am a university graduate with 26 years of finance experience in the private sector. My experience and understanding of both government and business equips me to deal effectively at the regional level on behalf of Oshawa, putting Oshawa residents first. My wife Suzanne and I are lifelong residents of Oshawa and have raised our 4 children in what is now Ward 1. We have owned our home in North Oshawa for over 40 years. I've been honored to serve the residents of Oshawa full-time since 2000. The residents of Oshawa, including Columbus and Raglan, deserve full-time representation at Durham Region Council as well as at Oshawa Council. This is not a part-time position for an absentee representative. The residents also deserve a candidate who is familiar with their issues, as this is both an urbanized and rural area, making Ward 1 a very unique ward compared to other areas of Oshawa. My record clearly shows that I do not support property tax and water rate increases at the city or at the region. Oshawa still has the highest tax rate in Durham Region and the second highest in the entire GTA. A prime example of the wasteful spending is the Region of Durham versus Oshawa Transit lawsuit, with a settlement of $9,800,000 and legal fees alone topping $3 million. The only winners here are the lawyers and consultants. I will continue to fight tax increases with sensitivity towards families on fixed income, seniors, and the youth of our community. Core services such as waste management, roads, healthcare, housing, fire, and police need to be maintained at both the city and regional levels. We need to make Oshawa an affordable place for our families to live, work, and play. On October 22nd, vote for experience and affordability. Vote for John Neal.
Oshawa's future has always been my passion, and Ward 2 has always been my home. I'm Tito-Dante Marimpietri. My wife Rosemary and I are proud to raise our young daughters in the very community our parents and grandparents for generations have called home. This close community connection motivates me to give back and serve my neighbors while working to bring progress to Oshawa. Oshawa must always be a safe, vibrant, sustainable community where families can put down roots and build a prosperous future for all. It was a privilege to serve our community for 11 years as Oshawa's City Councillor, Regional Councillor, and Deputy Mayor. With this valuable knowledge and experience, I will continue to work hard to put your needs first while positioning our city and region for the future. My priorities as your Regional Councillor will be to reduce taxes, seek efficiencies, control costs, promote sustainability, drive economic diversification, deliver responsive, accessible public services, build affordable seniors housing and long-term care facilities, modernize infrastructure such as roads and bridges, and facilitate new GO stations and improve DRT. Push to end Highway 412 and 418 tolls, protect green spaces like Camp Samak and our waterfront, and address neighborhood concerns such as the airport, safety, traffic, school zones, speeding, parks, and recreation, and improving seasonal maintenance of roads and sidewalks. With your support, I will continue working hard to put your needs first. Let's position our city and region for the future. Together, let's put Ward 2 and Oshawa first. On October 22nd, with your vote, elect Tito-Dante Marimpietri to serve you as your regional and city councillor for Ward 2. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Julia McCrea. On October 22nd, 2018, put people and community first in Ward 2, Oshawa, by voting for Julia McCrea to be your regional and city councillor. Together, let's build a clean, caring city to live, work, play, and retire in. An amazing Oshawa for ours and future generations. I'm meeting with residents in Ward 2 now to encourage you to elect a representative who will put affordable, accessible housing, services for children, family, and seniors, and the environment first. Using my experience as a teacher and social worker with an award-winning record of public service and your vote, I can work hard for and with you as your counselor. Together, we can get action that meets our needs as a caring community: housing, childcare, long-term care, recreation, and a clean environment. I put people and community first in Ward 2. Vote Julia McCrea for affordable, accessible housing. We have a housing crisis in Oshawa. We need to build more apartments, one-floor bungalows, and shelters. Vote Julia McCrea for the public services we need. Families should not have to choose unemployment because they cannot afford or find childcare or elder care in their neighborhood. And we need increased recreation services for families to play together. Vote Julia McCrea to stand up for the environment, clean air, water, land, and food. People in Ward 2 tell me they want clean parks, trails, trees, and a green belt including farms. Expanding public transit and bike lanes will help to reduce our carbon footprint. On October 22nd, vote Julia McCrea, Ward 2, Oshawa, Regional and City Councillor, for action to put you, the people, and our community first. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Gus Milosh. I have registered in the October 22nd municipal election as a candidate for City and Regional Councillor for Ward 2 in the City of Oshawa. I have registered to serve as your councillor because I am the best candidate to serve you. I am a lifelong resident of Oshawa. I have success in operating my own business and the skills to manage a budget. As a former trustee with the Durham District School Board, I have experience in governance. For me, social services, infrastructure, and transportation are a priority. Increasing our commercial tax base through improved economic development would put a hold on rising residential taxes. Serving as your voice at City Hall and the region will be a challenge I am ready to undertake. Several issues concern me. One is the finalizing of our NAFTA agreement and how it will affect industry, such as General Motors in Oshawa. Another is the federal government's legalization of recreational cannabis and its cost on police enforcement and healthcare services. I look forward to your support as I serve the residents of Oshawa and Durham region. Thank you, and vote for Gus Milosh.
Hello, my name is Jim Van Allen, your Regional Council candidate for Oshawa Ward 2, and I am asking for the privilege of representing you at Council. With my experience working in our community at a mental health facility and a regional long-term care home, combined with my involvement with various community groups and boards of directors at the executive level, I possess the necessary skill set to be your advocate for Oshawa and the region of Durham. Being a long-term resident of Oshawa and raising my family here, I am invested in ensuring that our city prospers and we increase employment opportunities. To do so, we need to maintain our existing business relationships, but also work to attract new investments to our city. Highlighting and maintaining our existing amenities and infrastructure will be essential in doing so. We are the only city in our region with a deep sea port, freight and passenger rail, a municipal airport, and access to 2 major highways, which would allow large-scale business, the logistical network, to operate here in Oshawa. We need to ensure we work to improve our services so that they are fully accessible and adequate for our aging population. Our residents need to know that as they age, that our city will be accessible, services will be there to assist them, and that long-term care remains an important focus for our region. With a strong focus on transit, redevelopment of our waterfront, and promoting the heritage of our downtown, we can make Oshawa a destination city for tourism, which will benefit business across our city, but especially in our downtown core. I will be a strong advocate for Ward 2 at the city and regional level, maintaining a pragmatic, problem-solving approach as our political landscape changes for the years to come. Financial prudence combined with experience will ensure prosperous days ahead for our city. I ask you to please come out on October 22nd and lend me your support. Thank you.
My name is Teresa Aker. and I'm standing for City and Regional Councillor in beautiful Ward 3 in Oshawa. Firstly, my goal is to keep taxes as low as possible. As you know, the region of Durham has $2,300 million in cash and investments. Any tax increase at the region should be extremely low. Secondly, I want to protect the character and value of our neighborhood. Currently, I am working with the residents around Donovan Collegiate to make sure that the proposed townhouse development does not negatively impact the neighborhood. Thirdly, I intend to continue the economic development and prosperity of Oshawa. City staff is currently processing over $5 billion in economic development. It is very important that the City of Oshawa is open for business. Fourth, I want to make sure that no one in our community is left behind. The region of Durham is responsible for social services. The bank account of $2,300 million generates a minimum of $69 million of interest a year. Some of this interest should be used to assist organizations such as St. Vincent's Kitchen, CAREA, Cornerstone, John Howard Society, The Refuge, Community Living Oshawa Clarington, and Abused Women's Shelters. And lastly, I will represent you as a full-time counselor. I need your support on October 22nd to make sure all of this happens. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bob Chapman, candidate for Regional and City Councillor in Ward 3. As a lifelong resident of Oshawa, I've been actively involved and volunteered for numerous community associations, committees, and charities. My wife Diane and I have lived in Ward 3 for the past 16 years. I served the citizens of Oshawa and Durham as a member of the Regional Police for over 30 years, retiring at the rank of superintendent. My desire to continue serving my community led me to run and be elected as a regional and city councillor in 2010. I was re-elected in 2014 and served until resigning in April 2018 to focus on the provincial election as an Oshawa MPP candidate. My resignation was out of respect for you, the taxpayers, not wanting to collect compensation while not working as a councillor. My promise in 2010 was to minimize tax increases, challenge financial decisions to ensure every tax dollar collected was spent wisely, and manage Oshawa's debt. I worked hard to keep that promise, focusing on respectful, responsive, and responsible representation. As a leader on council, I have been part of Oshawa's many successes over the past 8 years, including the replenishment of the city's reserve funds and the steady reduction of our once staggering debt load created by previous councils. There is still much work to be done to make Oshawa even a better place to live, work, and play. We need to ensure our tax dollars are spent wisely and debt kept low while encouraging job creators to come to our city. I again promise I will work to keep your tax increases to a minimum, ensure every tax dollar is spent wisely, properly manage debt, and keep reserves healthy while improving services to our residents and businesses. I have the integrity, experience, energy, commitment, and good common sense to provide you with respectful, responsive, and responsible representation as your Ward 3 Regional and City Councillor. For more information, please visit my website at bobchapman.ca, and on October 22nd, please vote Bob Chapman. Thank you.
Hello, Oshawa. My name is John Shields, and I'm asking you for your vote on October 22nd. For the last 4 years, I've had the absolute pleasure of being your representative on Oshawa City Council. Serving our great community has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. We have made some tremendous strides as a city, but the work is not done. During my time serving on the Finance Committee and as Vice Chair, I've continuously advocated for sound financial stewardship. Over the last 4 years, the city has managed to pay down approximately $26 million in debt principal repayments and reduced internal debt by more than $10 million. At the same time, the city has invested $105 million in capital infrastructure projects and replenished nearly $20 million into reserves. Continuing down this path of disciplined financial practices will allow us to build a sustainable future while maintaining affordable services. I also serve as Vice Chair of the Community Services Committee, working to continuously improve our city parks, trails, playgrounds, the delivery of recreation, leisure, and cultural opportunities that create healthy communities and engage citizens. I will be your voice for transparent and accountable taxation. I will continue to advocate for strong public services, affordable housing, childcare, and seniors programs, all of which play a vital role in ensuring good quality of life for all. I will increase the focus on job creation. Creating more jobs in Oshawa is an integral aspect of growing the economy and sustaining our success for years to come. This October, elect someone with the capacity to listen, to understand the social and economic imperatives that face our city. Elect someone who will make sound decisions and move our city forward. On October 22nd, elect John Shields, your regional and city councillor for Ward 3, because our future is now.
Hi, I'm Oshawa City Councillor Rick Kerr, and I'd like to tell you why I should be your choice for City and Regional Councillor on October the 22nd. Now, they only give me 2 minutes to do this, so what I would encourage you to do is to visit my election website, which is electrickkerr.ca. All one word, electrickkerr.ca. It'll have all kinds of details on my platform, my visions for Oshawa, my resume, my endorsements, everything you'd want to know. So I'm going to stick to what it is I want to focus on right now. I'm in Ward 4. That includes the entire downtown, the Oshawa Centre, the golf course, the hospital, and Trent University. It's arguably the busiest ward in the city. Am I up for this challenge? Absolutely, because in the last year, I have done 12 community projects, all within the downtown and Ward 4. And over the course of my 4 years, I've done 17 community projects. All those details are on the website. My vision for the downtown involves feet on the street, the downtown grocery stores, the GO train coming to the city, and all the impacts that all the increased multi-residential buildings will have on the downtown, including the need to build some office towers so that people can live, work, and play right in the city of Oshawa. Some of the projects I've done that lend credence to this: Suits for Youth, Gallery 67 was my creation, the Cycle Hope, the Cycle Courage, Scenes from the Cemetery. All of these I conceived, initiated, worked with fellow students as citizens to bring these off. So on October the 22nd, if you want somebody with vision and the ability to carry out that vision, please vote for me, Rick Kerr, Oshawa City and Regional Councillor in Ward 4. Thank you for listening.
On Monday, October 22nd, 2018, the citizens of Oshawa will have to go to the polls to vote for their new city and council representatives. I am currently a sitting regional and city councillor for the Durham region in the city of Oshawa, and I will be running in Ward 4. My name is Doug Sanders, and I have been a lifelong resident of Oshawa, and it has provided me with a well-rounded perspective of the different issues and opportunities in Ward 4 in our city. As your current city and regional council, I've worked tirelessly to promote the progressive and forward-thinking ideas that support residents across Oshawa, Durham region. Together, we have changed our city for the better. And you can see some of the changes that have occurred in the downtown. You'll see patios on the street. You'll see the $120 million worth of investment for housing projects for students and seniors and people with accessibility issues. You can see the changes that have occurred at the shopping center for the expansion. You can see inside Ward 4 the current expansion of the seniors building that's going on at Stevenson's and Bond. So there is so many opportunities, but you can't just look at Ward 4. You have to look at the city as a whole. So we have to continue with our marina lands, our boat launch that we want to promote so the residents can utilize the water facilities down there. But there's so many things that need to be accomplished, you know, as we've been involved in community gardens and art projects and other things. But I'm just going to give you 3 things that I really believe in. One is vision. Vision is new ideas, and you know, the new ideas, we always need new ideas, and we need to change the way we think so that things can change. I will go with the respect, and I will earn the honesty, and you can tell by the votes I take, and I take responsibility. And when I have responsibility, and I take responsibility for all the things I do at City Hall, and on October 22nd, 2018, please support Doug Sanders, City Regional Councillor.
Hi, I'm Kim Beatty, your candidate for Regional and City Councillor, Ward 5 in Oshawa. I'll bring a progressive view, leadership, business and advocacy experience to this important role. We need a fresh, new voice in Ward 5 to help us thrive. We need better services with more effective transit and new opportunities that will bring good jobs to our community. As your regional and city councillor, I'll work towards ensuring that all stakeholders have a part to play in the process. Oshawa has been my home for 30 years, and I've been operating my business for the last 20, right here in Oshawa. After 10 years of commuting, the idea was to build a business in Durham region and have a better work-life balance. What I discovered was that there's a lack of medium-sized businesses, which meant I had to continue to commute. I had a serious car accident on the 401. Without a car, I had to get to my medical appointments using public transit, and it proved a difficult task. My injury would heal, but that led me to wonder, how do people with mobility issues and no personal transportation handle this? So the experience of trying to use public transit and the shortfall in business development led me to decide to run for regional and city councillor. As your elected regional and city councillor, I'll use my experience to help residents in Ward 5. I'm looking forward to connecting with you during the campaign. I want to hear about your challenges and ideas and how we can work together over the next 4 years. I invite you to visit my website, kimbeatty.ca, to learn more. Let's do this together. On October 22nd, vote Kim Beatty for Regional and City Councillor, Ward 5 in Oshawa. Thank you.
I'm glad to get this opportunity to speak to my neighbors and friends face to face. Are you fed up with paying more and more and getting less and less? We have seen our property taxes go up over 40%. Our water and electricity bills skyrocket to unheard of levels. Our public transit becomes more expensive as routes are cut. Rents and mortgages go up and up. Our pensions and paychecks do not. It's harder each year to make ends meet. Despite this windfall of cash to our councils, our public services decay. Our schools are closed and demolished, and our waterfront and natural areas are sold off and paved over. People are now referring to us as the dirty schwa. This is unacceptable. No one likes paying taxes or utility bills. I know I don't. I pay because our taxes are supposed to be an investment in our neighborhoods. Over the last 8 years, Council has spent all our money on growth in North Oshawa and beyond. It gets me angry when my tax dollars are spent elsewhere and our needs are ignored. We pay more and more and get less and less. Is it too much to ask for some fairness and equity? As Southern Oshawa's councillor for over 20 years, I made sure that our community's needs were met. Our precious waterfront and natural areas were protected. Our schools, parks, and playgrounds were modernized. Our sidewalks and streets were repaired regularly and replaced if needed. We built new facilities and recreation centers. In short, our neighborhoods were progressing. Now, our community's hard work is being allowed to waste away. I know that most of my Southern Oshawa neighbors feel that we can do much better, and we will. This is why I am again putting my name forward and asking for your support. Southern Oshawa taxpayers deserve far better than this. On October 22nd, 2018, return Brian Nicholson to Council. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Rogers TV, for the opportunity to address Ward 5 residents and the taxpayers of Oshawa. Together, we have saved the Second Marsh. Together, we stopped the development of the ethanol plant on the Gifford Hill. Together, we can remove the unwarranted stigma that Ward 5 has been branded with. Together, we can project a true, vibrant community that has great facilities for all ages. Did you know that we have Conant Senior Center, South Oshawa Community Center, and Harmon Park Arena? Did you know we have beautiful Lakeview Park, Waterfront Beach, ball diamonds, soccer fields, lakefront walkways and bike paths? Our schools and churches work within Ward 5 to form a strong bond. We have some high need areas, but with our community strengths, we will continue to work together to improve on them. Did you know we have Korea Community Health Center spawned in Ward 5 and expanded to Whitby, Ajax, and other areas within the region? Korea has a multitude of programs covering infants, youth, teens, and adults, attended to by professional doctors, nurses, and volunteers. Did you know we have started the Wentworth Street West Community Improvement Plan to support job creation, improve building facades, and encourage development? Did you know that we require a walk-in health clinic, a greater police presence, a bank for greater convenience, and a waterfront marina and boat launch? We need a strong municipal voice who can work with the new council and mayor. My record shows the accomplishments of my past and present. With your help, we will move Ward 5 forward. This is not the time to return to council divisiveness. Nestor Pidwerbecki listens, and with your support, will act on your needs in Ward 5. On October the 22nd, vote for Nestor Pidwerbecki, Regional Councillor, Ward 5. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tom Dingwall, and like you, I'm not a politician, and that's all right. There will be plenty of career politicians at Regional Council, each representing their own communities. But Durham Region is a community of communities, and as Regional Chair, it will be my responsibility to work for and represent all communities in Durham, not just ones where I've received the most votes or financial support. As a police officer and civil servant for the past 26 years working across Durham Region, I've seen firsthand the issues and opportunities in each of our many communities. I listen to both sides of conflict and have the proven ability to facilitate collaboration and find resolutions in highly emotional situations. I believe in our community so much that I've taken an unpaid leave of absence from my career to take up this challenge and effect change. As Regional Chair, I will ensure security and sustainability. Security from harm and crime, ensuring a safe living environment. The security of having good employment close to home. The security that comes when you have affordable housing in which to raise your family. The security to celebrate your culture and personal beliefs openly. The security of knowing your environment will be protected, and the security of knowing that you will have fair and balanced representation at Regional Council. And notably, the security in the knowledge that your tax dollars are being spent both wisely and sustainably to support the inevitable growth in our communities. My entire career has been based on delivering security, transparency, and accountability to Durham Region. I have fought for and defended the most vulnerable people in our society, and I fight for what I believe in. I will bring these principles with me into office. I owe no political favor, and I am indebted only to the people of Durham Region. I make evidence-based decisions and challenge the status quo. I have the proven ability to lead in high-stress situations, and I treat everyone with respect. Together we are Durham Region, and together we can make Durham Region stronger. In October, please vote for me, Tom Dingwall, for Regional Chair. Thank you.
My name is John Henry, candidate for Durham Region Chair. Were you late for work today? Were you looking at someone's bumper instead of watching your kids play soccer or hockey? Were you sitting around a meeting table in Toronto when you'd rather be sitting at your dinner table? About 2/3 of Durham's workforce stream out of all our 8 communities every day, only to be stuck in traffic on the 401 and filling the GO train. Now, don't get me wrong, there will always be people who choose to live here and work in Toronto, which is why, as Oshawa Mayor, I worked with the Mayor of Clarington to bring GO train service to Bowmanville by 2024. And it is why we successfully fought to extend the 407 to the 115 by 2021. But if we're going to be all that we can be in Durham Region, if we are going to fully live up to our potential, create a great quality of life, and make sure that your kids can go to school here, work here, and raise their own families here, you and I are going to have to get serious about attracting jobs to Durham Region. That's why we need to create Durham's Job Corridor, a stretch of land around the 407 that will only ever be used by job-creating businesses. My goal as your regional chair over the next 4 years is to market and sell the businesses on the prospect of moving their operations to Durham and to encourage business here to expand, grow, and hire. I can help lead that. As Oshawa's mayor, we cut the city's debt by millions, helped bring in over $2 billion of investment. We helped revitalize the downtown. And I didn't do it alone. We did it by working with my colleagues on council across the region. We did it by being responsive to the people's concerns and respectful of the people we work with. As your chair, I will work with all 8 municipalities, all of our leaders across this massive and diverse region to build opportunity for you, for your kids, and for your grandkids. It's time Durham came together, worked together, built together for a strong future. On October 22nd, vote John Henry for Regional Chair. For more information, go to votejohnhenry.ca.
Hello, my name is John Mutton, and I'm running for Durham Regional Chair, and I want to lower your taxes. For far too long, we have heard it cannot be done. Well, I am here to tell you it can. As Mayor of Clarington, I helped to reduce taxes by putting measures in place that ensured each dollar was being spent as it was intended. And I plan to do the same if elected as Durham Regional Chairman. Keeping taxes low is never an easy task, but the process begins with a review of our core services and then allocating needed funds to frontline services and essential infrastructure. If elected, I not only intend to keep taxes low, but I plan to enhance Durham's economy to create good local jobs, build better roads and reliable public transit, safer communities, and increase accountability and transparency. I am experienced and I am ready to lead. I look forward to meeting you in each of your communities over the coming weeks. To get involved, volunteer, donate, take a sign, visit me on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, or www.johnmutton.ca. And on October 22nd, remember to vote John Mutton for Regional Chairman.
Hi, it's Mohammed Sahi.
I'm running for the regional chair of Durham. I have been to many universities. I've done master in political science from Waterloo, and now I'm a lawyer. I basically deal with real estate issues. I'm basically running for the regional chair because I see every day people pinching pennies to have roof over their head. And I see that we have the highest, exceptionally higher property taxes here in Durham. And my basic premises is that politics should be about the pennies which we spend, which are collected by the people, from the people of Durham region. So I have been, like my principal aim is to take politics away from the spending spree which we are on. And ever expanding budgets and ever expanding lists of employees, and we have to buckle up and we have to reduce our budget expenses. And I would invite higher education instead of businesses who pay less money to our workers here. I would invite the Durham region to a better future which is based on technology, not based on old-fashioned way of employing people everywhere and then just keeping our budgets expanding. And then what my principal aim in running for this position is that I want to compete with those people who have run down this city, run down this region with their old politics. So I would say to the people of Durham region, vote for me. If you want a new Durham, you cannot have that with old politics.
Hi, I'm Theresa Corless. On October 22nd, I'm asking you to vote for me as your Oshawa City Councillor for Ward 1. I'm proud to say that Oshawa has been our home for over 30 years. My husband, Dr. Kevin Corless, our 7 children and I live and work in this vibrant community. And like you, we have a vested interest to see our city continue to grow and thrive. As an 8-year elected Catholic trustee for Oshawa and former chair of the board, I've worked hard to build a reputation as a person with integrity, a team player, and a visionary leader who is accessible and fully engaged within my community. I'm not afraid to ask the hard questions and address issues that matter most to you. My goal as your elected official is to work hard to increase the number of commercial and industrial businesses to take the pressure off the residential taxpayer. A strong commercial and industrial tax base not only takes the pressure off residents, but also provides jobs for Oshawa. I will advocate investing in the existing businesses and form partnerships with local educational institutions to ensure that opportunities exist for youth and workers to acquire the skills needed to gain meaningful employment and opportunities locally. In this time of growth, it is important not only to incorporate the preservation and creation of parks and green spaces with the allocation of sites for development, but also to ensure that the integrity of our heritage buildings and neighborhoods is maintained. There has to be a balance between nature and development. I will advocate for enhancing services to seniors. Seniors need to be able to access city facilities, feel included and dignified. We are all connected and need to work together to create a city where all have hope for a brighter future. On October 22nd, vote for me, Theresa Corless, City Councillor, Oshawa Ward 1. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Rosemary McConkey, and I have a plan to make good things happen for Oshawa. I believe our city can do better to achieve a more prosperous and vibrant future. I plan to seriously target our property tax affordability problem and our traffic problems, which negatively affect our health, the environment, and the economy. Since I'm asking for your vote and the privilege of representing you in Ward 1, here's a little bit about me. I grew up on a dairy farm in Peterborough, obtained my BA from the University of Toronto, and moved to Oshawa with my husband in 1992. We still live in the same house, which is in Ward 1, and besides raising our 3 daughters and operating my own brokerage, I've been passionate in caring about my community. In 2012, I was awarded the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal for community service. My community involvement and my business experience give me the foundation to invigorate and give new direction to Oshawa Council. With over 25 years in my profession, I have insights into how property taxes, official plans, and land use policies impact communities. The new council must put in place specific plans to boost our economic growth and increase civic engagement so we can all believe in Oshawa. I will advocate for positive changes such as an immediate freeze on council members' remuneration and benefits, a policy limiting tax rate increases to the rate of inflation, improved area traffic management and traffic calming measures, and the expanding of the city's sidewalk snow clearing to achieve citywide plowing service by 2022. I plan to ensure council is responsive to Ward 1 specific issues with balanced support to our urban growth areas and our vital farm operations. Thank you for considering giving me your vote. And my website is oshawarosemary.com. Thank you.
Hi, Oshawa. I'm Adam White, and I'm running for City Councillor of Ward 1. My platform is about fighting the good fight for Oshawa, which is giving the constituents a greater voice and influence into the development of the city of Oshawa. Certainly, an open channel is needed to have representation for accountable decision making. August 13th, I made a delegation in opposition to sole sourcing a contract to Dillon Consulting Limited to peer review the fire master plan and conducting a community risk assessment. Under the current fire master plan, which is developed by Dillon Consulting Limited, there were a number of issues and concerns, such as the house fire on Center Street, which killed 4 family members, increased call times, response time below industry standards, and no community input and sources were provided. Unsatisfied, the City Council voted 5-5 against it. Politics is not a career, it's not a job, it's a public service. If Oshawa needs me, I want the responsibility and privilege to serve the people. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Karen Albrecht and I'm running for Oshawa City Councillor, Ward 2. A lot of you might be thinking, wow, she looks young. Why should I vote Karen for councillor? That's a great question. That's exactly what I'm here to answer. Yes, I am young, but I'm also determined, passionate, and experienced. As a recent graduate of Trent University, I decided to run and was elected president of the Trent-Durham Student Association, a non-for-profit organization that advocates for 1,500 students right here in Oshawa. As president, I listen and support students who have concerns or issues. I also sit on USA, the Ontario Undergraduate Student Alliance, which advocates for 1,500,000 students all over Ontario. If elected, I plan on promoting resident engagement through transparency and awareness. I want to hear from residents and bring forth your concerns and ideas to City Council. I believe the most important policy for City Council should be putting residents' ideas at the top of the hierarchy. My plan is to do exactly that, listen and advocate for my community. Please remember to get involved and vote on October 22nd, 2018.
Hi, I'm Gail Bates, Ward 2 candidate for Oshawa City Council. As a current councillor, I hope you found that I am responsive to any issues that arise, and I will continue to listen to residents and work to find solutions. I want Ward 2 to know that they are valued members of the City of Oshawa. Oshawa needs business, and I will support staff in their efforts to promote our city. Because Oshawa offers much-needed services to marginalized people, we will find we have a higher percentage of less fortunate residents. I will work with my colleagues to find solutions that will help everyone. But we also need to have some fun. I will continue to push for the Oshawa boat ramp to be built and in service by next summer. I have many ideas that I'd like to offer and introduce to our city. On October 22nd, please vote for me, Gail Bates, so that I may continue to represent Ward 2 at City Council.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Giancroce, and I'm running to be your Ward 2 City Councillor here in Oshawa. As an active community member and someone who calls Ward 2 my home, I know that we can do better in our city. We can do better for families, for students, seniors, taxpayers, businesses, and our communities. These 6 pillars are the backbone of our great city, and my plan includes all of them. I have a plan that will reduce municipal debt, create quality local jobs, support small business, reduce student unemployment, and help seniors get the care that they deserve. For more information, visit my website, jonathangiancroce.ca, and together we can do better for Oshawa.
My name is Adrian Gianello, and I'm running for Oshawa's Ward 2. I'm running because, in spite of having some of the lowest property valuations in the region, Oshawa residents still pay one of the highest property tax bills in the GTA. Because while City Hall spends hundreds of thousands of dollars on photocopiers and light bulb replacements, yet they can't seem to find enough money for parks so our residents can enjoy barbecues during the summer, luxury residents in every other municipality enjoy. Roads wait years for repair, illegal rooming houses stay open, and resident complaints go unanswered, all the while City Hall debates where to place a dog park or what to paint crosswalks. If elected, I'll use my years of business experience to fight for you, to keep costs down, to rein in the eye-watering price tags associated with city projects, and to keep our city going, making sure residents benefit from that growth. If you believe Oshawa can do better, vote for me, Adrian Gianello, for Oshawa's Ward 2 on October 22nd.
Hi, I'm Jane Hurst, and I'm running as City Council candidate for Ward 2. I've been a resident of Ward 2 for nearly 40 years. During that time, I've had extensive volunteer experience in the community and met with so many of our area residents who have expressed several concerns to me over the course of time. The unprecedented growth in North Oshawa has led to increased traffic on our neighborhood streets. Area residents say they've complained to the city looking for solutions for speeding, unsafe traffic crossings, etc., and they feel their concerns have been fallen on deaf ears. I would like to change that. As a result of more people moving into the city and the increase in rental accommodation, I would like to bring forward a program where multi-unit rental buildings are inspected by the city and given a rating similar to what the health unit has for the food service industry in Durham region. Thirdly, a lot of processes need to be addressed. People feel they're not heard at City Hall and would like to have a better voice, and maybe some changes in some processes could be done and should be done actually, so everyone feels that they're part of being part of a solution in addressing problems. Again, I've been here for 40 years. Huge list of volunteer commitments. I've sat on many committees with the city, Heritage Oshawa, Committee of Adjustment, and currently I am on the Durham Regional Land Division Committee. So I'm used to seeing the big picture and looking at problems in a greater perspective. That being said, I want to be your voice at Oshawa City Council, and I want to do what's best for all of us. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you.
The city of Oshawa is broken. Although it is healthy and prosperous within its growing outskirts, the heart of this city is in great need. At a time when many new families are moving into their dream homes, hundreds of other families with a long past living in Oshawa are struggling to pay their rent and buy food. Some are finding themselves unable to sustain their needs, and many are now living in the streets. I believe that we can do better. I believe that we can introduce smart policies that will make owning a home in Oshawa much more affordable. I believe that we have an opportunity to help the impoverished make a better life for themselves. I believe that we can bridge the growing divide in our city with a unifying vision of rebirth and a restoration to this community. I believe in all those things because I know that they are possible with the right kind of leadership. I don't believe in doing things just because that's the way they've been done in the past. I believe in progressive ideas that will move our city into a more prosperous future. I believe in taking risks because in our most daring moments, we often discover exactly who we are and what potential that we as individuals are truly capable of. I love the city of Oshawa. It's my home. I want to help fix the parts that are broken. I wish to pick up the lead and offer my services to this community in order to seek to bring about the changes which I see as necessary in order to guide Oshawa toward a future where prosperity and good health are shared by all. I'm Ethan Eastwood, candidate for Oshawa City Councillor. There's a lot of work to be done, so let's get started.
My name is Eric Guernsey, and I am running to be the City Councillor for Oshawa's Ward 3. I was born in Oshawa and attended UOIT. My partner Trent and I live in Ward 3 and operate a small property maintenance business. For the last 7 years, I have had the privilege of serving as a representative for Oshawa's Member of Parliament. In that role, I have gained first-hand experiences working with businesses and residents to get things done in Oshawa. I have been chatting at the doors with residents in Ward 3 about the issues that matter to them. I've heard concerns about tree maintenance, infrastructure development, and housing. I consistently hear that our residents are proud of our services, recreation centers, schools, and world-class senior centers. They don't want to see these services change, but they do want to see City Council spending their money wisely. As we transition back to the ward system, it will become even more important to have someone dedicated and knowledgeable representing us at City Hall. I see the role of councillors being three-pronged: legislator, constituent advocate, and community ambassador. My role with our MP has given me the opportunity to work with legislation and to prove myself as a capable and dedicated advocate for our community. It's pivotal that Ward 3 have a councillor with the experience and established relationships to get things done for our ward. With nearly a decade of government experience, I know what it takes to work together, find solutions, and get things done in government. I also believe it's important to give back to our community. I am proud to sit on the Salvation Army Family Services Community Council, and I'm a proud member of the Greater Oshawa Chamber of Commerce and 100 Men of Oshawa. In closing, I ask for your support on October 22nd. We need someone who will not only answer your call, but who has the experience to actually help resolve your issue. As a fiscal conservative with a proven track record, working in government and fighting for constituents, I am ready to hit the ground running as your councillor. Visit my website at www.electeric.ca to learn more.
Hello, neighbors. My name is Bradley J. Marks, and I'm a candidate for City Councillor in Oshawa's Ward 3. For nearly 100 years, the Marks family have been faithfully serving the people of Oshawa in public life as the city's mayor, councillor, and separate school board trustees. For you lifelong residents of Oshawa, you will remember the Marks Theatre, which stood proudly for 60 years at the corners of King and Salina Street and brought joy to the entire city. With your help, I seek to carry on that legacy of service for our community. As a third-generation lawyer at our family firm Marks & Marks, established by my grandfather Ernest Marks upon his return from World War II, it is a privilege knowing that my family and I have earned the public trust for such longevity and have helped the residents of this city with their most personal matters. As the right voice for Ward 3, my plan is to foster an era of fiscal responsibility, job growth, effective leadership free from grandstanding, and common-sense municipal government accessible to all residents. As a husband and father raising 3 children with my wife Julie, I am uniquely aware of the challenges managing a household and a career have become in these modern times. Unlike others, I understand every penny counts. Your money counts. High taxation, services for families, and debt management will need a critical focus as we move forward. It is imperative we have the right voice to help manage the staggering $450 million of unfunded liabilities Oshawa faces in the coming years. As a volunteer and former vice president of St. Vincent's Kitchen, I have advocated the importance of providing services for our most vulnerable and our seniors. I will continue to strongly advocate as your city councillor. I have worked hard in my private life to bring the experience Oshawa needs in these critical years to be the right voice for Ward 3. Please visit my website at bradleyjmarks.com for more. On October 22nd, elect Bradley J. Marks, City Councillor, the right voice for Ward 3. Thank you.
Hello, members of the Oshawa Ward 3 community. My name is Cerise Wilson, and I am seeking your vote in becoming a City Councillor. Democracy will remain an elusive concept until society stops talking about the existence of inequalities and actually starts addressing them. Diversity becomes a reality when representation is actually diverse, and this has evidently not been the case for Oshawa. All members should benefit from their community, but this is founded on mutual responsibility and contributing to the bigger vision. I decided that my campaign wouldn't be the typical politician approach of telling you what I think should be done in the Ward 3 Oshawa community, but rather that my focus would be helping the people see my heart and passion for leadership. My goals are to connect, build, and serve. I want to connect with you because your ideas, skills, and contributions are essential for societal growth and advancement. I want to address your issues and concerns and be the change agent behind positive and equitable outcomes. Once we can connect and strengthen community relations, it allows us to collectively build. I am not looking for a platform to advance my name. Instead, I am here to listen to you, care for you, and fight for you while advancing the needs of Ward 3. This October 22nd is your opportunity to elect me as your city councillor. I am new to politics, so this will be a humbling opportunity if voted into office. I look forward to also working with the elected regional and city councillor and mayor. I'm sure it's safe to speak for all the candidates when we say we want you on board this upcoming election. And because we now have a ward system, every place in Oshawa can be adequately represented. Thank you for tuning in and voting Cerise Wilson for Oshawa Ward 3.
Hi Oshawa, my name is Derek Giberson and I'm running for City Council for Ward 4. It's a very exciting time to be in Oshawa right now. There's so much change that's going on. There's so many things in our community that do give us cause to be excited. I've had the privilege for the last 3 years of chairing the city's Cultural Leadership Council, where we've been able to move forward the arts, culture, and heritage plan that was adopted by Council in 2014. I believe that culture is a very vital part of making our city a vibrant place to live, where people want to live, where students want to stay whenever they graduate and contribute to our community. I've also contributed to the city by sitting on the Accessibility Advisory Committee for 6 years. I chaired that for 4 years. In all, I've had 10 years working at City Hall for the community, and I want to be able to translate that experience and that knowledge to be able to hit the ground running as your member for City Council. Another issue that we really need to be talking about right now is the growing issue of urban poverty, socioeconomic marginalization. There are many things to be excited about in our city, but we also need to face the reality that this is something we need to be working together with the whole community and other levels of government on. For the past several years, I've been working with the Backdoor Mission for the Relief of Poverty. I'm the current board president there, and we've been right on the front lines helping those who are struggling the most in our community. I'm also the vice president of Parkview Place, a seniors affordable housing apartment building in downtown Oshawa. I want to take these pieces of experience as well and be able to bring that to strategies that we can use together, both within the community and tying in with other levels of government, to be able to address issues of affordability and those who are struggling the most to get by. We do have a growing affordability gap in Oshawa that we need to be talking about. We definitely have a city with lots to look forward to, lots to be optimistic to, and it would be a real honor on October 22nd, residents of Ward 4, if you would consider voting for me as your Ward 4 City Council candidate. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Catherine Hawthorne, and I am running for City Council in Oshawa in Ward 4. In the past month, I have been out there canvassing and finding out the issues and challenges that people have in Ward 4. And I'm here to tell you that I'm going to be working for you to make those changes and to make your life in Oshawa better. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Jamashak, and I would like to take this brief time to introduce myself and share with you my reasons for running for City Council in Ward 4 this election. I've spent the majority of my life living around Oshawa, in Clarington, and then in the Toronto area, however, have always had connections to this city by way of church, friends, and sports. Recently, my husband and I purchased a house in the McLaughlin area, and I've had the opportunity to get to know this city more intimately as a resident. Through my observations connections and experience, I firmly believe that Oshawa has been built on a very solid foundation and is therefore a highly attractive city for people to purchase a house in and raise a family. However, the rapid population expansion over the past couple of decades has now brought us to a critical point in the development of this city. We can either take the path of generic suburban sprawl, with a significant portion of residents commuting to other cities for work and entertainment, or we can move towards establishing ourselves as a leader in innovation and sustainability while enriching residents with a vibrant arts culture. I'm confident that should we choose the latter, Oshawa will become one of the most sought-after cities to live, work, and play in Canada. We are already home to one of the most innovative research universities. We have an amazing art gallery, a well-established community-oriented library, and a professional orchestra, not to mention a little theatre which has been in operation for over 60 years. And this is a great starting point, but we can do so much more in the arts, in the architecture of this city, and in incorporating some of the technological advances happening at our doorstep. We should be attracting businesses to set up here, and we should have graduates remain in our city instead of leaving as soon as they have their certificate. We should be spending our entertainment dollars here, and this is why I'm asking for the opportunity to serve you, the residents, on City Council so we can take the path together of moving this city to the next level in its development. Thank you.
My name is Matthew Katsopoulos, and I am running locally in Ward 4. I promise, when elected, to serve my neighbors with love, passion, and integrity. I will be a strong voice for affordable housing. The lack of affordable housing is now a crisis, and this city has to do something about it. I hear excuses such as it being a regional issue, or we can't do anything until the provincial or federal government does something about it. This is simply not true. When elected, I hope to work with the new council in starting a committee that will work with community agencies to address these concerns. When elected, I will work hard at cleaning up our parks. I have heard numerous of complaints about the upkeep of our parks and the fact of them not being updated for today's children. There are drugs, paraphernalia, condoms, and needles in our parks, and this is unacceptable. When elected, I will do my very best to making sure we tackle these issues in a lot of our parks over the next 4 years. When elected, I will be a strong voice for the health and safety of our recreation buildings and facilities throughout the city. We need to have better emergency procedures in our facilities so not only the staff, but the guests who use them. We must implement an emergency response plan and put procedures into action. We need better training for new hires within the city of Oshawa. In closing, I believe we can make real change in Oshawa. I will work in and out of my office, and I will not only listen, but I will act. The great thing about being a new candidate is we have this fuel to get the job done. And I believe that my fuel is far from running out. Please elect myself, Matthew Katsopoulos, on October 22nd.
My name's Mark Logan, and I'm asking for your vote to become councillor for Ward 4 in the city of Oshawa. Let's face it, many of the issues that will be debated in the coming weeks remain the same. Reduce taxes, improve the downtown core, invest in the waterfront, and create affordable housing, just to name a few. We all know the issues, but from my perspective, there's a renaissance on the horizon in Oshawa that needs to be marketed and sold to the rest of the province, our country, and the world. We can't afford to be the same old Oshawa, and I believe that I'm the most qualified candidate to move us forward. Make no mistake about it, we need a change. My professional career is extensive with a focus on sales and marketing. I've held the positions of director, manager, and signing officer for well-known international brand companies for the past 40 years. And after a very successful run at corporate life, I decided to work for myself, building a thriving import business that has been in Oshawa for the past 16 years. You're probably asking yourself, what does he really know about Oshawa? Well, I was born in Oshawa. I'm proud to say that I'm a product of the great city. I attended O'Neill Collegiate, which led me to enrollment at the University of Toronto. To me, Oshawa has always been synonymous with sports championships. And through sports, I've seen the world, playing throughout North America with my stops being in China and Japan. My successes have been team triumphs. A two-time national, three-time provincial champion player for the Toronto Varsity Blues, an assistant coach with the Memorial Cup champion Oshawa Generals in 1990, and a proud inductee into the Oshawa Sports Hall of Fame in the year 2000. Whether it's business or sports, I understand how to win. Let's work together and build a winning team for a better Oshawa.
Hello, I'm Gus Milosh, candidate for City Councillor in Ward 4. The City of Oshawa has an annual operating budget of approximately $160 million, most of which comes from property taxation and most of that from residential taxes. When residents elect a council to oversee this budget, they do so with the expectation that they will not only receive city services in an efficient manner, but also at an affordable cost. Unfortunately, in my opinion, this has not been the case in the current and recent terms of council. There's been a recurring pattern of financial mistakes which threaten the financial solvency of the city and adversely impact residents' property taxes. 3 mistakes stand out: the almost $7 million dispute settlement with Durham Region, the overpayment for the new Works Depot property, and the elimination of the Auditor General position. The main problem, in my opinion, is the unimaginative financial strategy of this council. That strategy seems to be limited to approving all new residential developments, lobbying senior levels of government for more funding, and a huge reliance on property taxation. Unfortunately, development doesn't pay for itself, senior levels of government will not provide additional funding, and property tax revenue comes primarily from residential taxpayers and not enough from the commercial and industrial sector. I follow municipal government activity very closely, and for the last 15 years, many times I have appeared before City and Regional Council to express my concerns and to make suggestions on a variety of city and regional issues, including property tax levels. Most residents believe their property taxes are too high, and I agree. Your property tax bill should not amount to a mortgage payment. I would like to be your Ward 4 City Councillor and provide a more cost-efficient and affordable level of service. Please take a look at my website, gregmilosh.ca, to learn more about me and my campaign platform. Thank you for your attention and consideration.
Dave Thompson, Ward 4 City Councillor. Here's some of my proposals. Cops on blocks, the TAVIS system. That's a police policy. The Oshawa Master Fire Plan. I support the Firefighters Association. I'm opposed to the consultant. Let's hear from the first responders. The Parks Department plan, supporting Rotary Park and Glen Stewart Park. The upgrades. I attended both sessions. The Downtown Growth Center, supported 2 developments, Bond and Mary development, and opposed to Ritson and Richmond. Senior Citizens, John Street, keeping it modern with upgrades. The Oshawa Sears Building, proposed, a senior citizens resident. Why not? We got them all walkers. Cannabis retail store locations. The province has made a decision. April 2019, privatized. I'm the only candidate that's been elected, and that was to the Oshawa PUC as your commissioner. I was also appointed to the Federal Canada Pension Review Tribunal 2010 and 2013. I've served as a volunteer for over 20 years and subsequently awarded the Ontario Volunteer Service Award 2017. I've also served in the military with the Ontario Regiment, public service. I'm a veteran. Ward 4 is not a position for amateurs. It's about public service, which I'm well equipped. I'd also like to include my experience as a union representative and with General Motors of Canada. I'd be happy to discuss this with anyone who's interested. Please vote. City Councillor Dave Thompson, Ward 4, October 22nd. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Chris Topple. I'm running for Oshawa City Council, Ward 4, on October 22, Election Day. I believe in public service. I believe in standing in the gap for people. I believe in working together to solve our problems. And I certainly love my city that I lived in all my life. I'm a graduate of Donovan Collegiate, of Durham College, and York University. In the past, I worked for the Member of Parliament for Oshawa and the Member of Provincial Parliament, in which I assisted people with governmental matters. I believe these experiences would assist me to help you to address serious issues in Oshawa, and we have them. We have very high property taxes, some of the highest in the GTA. We have high business taxes. We need to create an economic environment for investment here and to bring prosperity even more so than we could believe. We also have issues involving homelessness because of federal immigration policies and financial aid that's needed to pay for shelters and care. We also are threatened with possible tariffs on our automotive exports to the United States because of a trade war between Canada and the United States. These are serious matters. These are issues that we need to address at the local level and be able to work together. And I believe in that because since 1995, I've operated a small business in which I appear before various governmental tribunals on behalf of injured workers. So I believe in helping people with governmental issues, and this time by being on the government body, on City Council, representing Ward 4 and Greater Oshawa. I believe in showing respect. I believe in communication and problem solving. And I love my city, and I would do all I can to assist you. On October 22, I ask for your trust. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alex Down, and I'm running for City Councillor of Ward 5 in Oshawa. I'm proud to be a lifelong resident of Oshawa. As a communications professional, I've worked in the private, public, and not-for-profit sectors for organizations like GM Canada, City of Oshawa, and the Durham Region Association of Realtors, and have cultivated a deep-rooted commitment to volunteerism, mentorship, and community service. So why am I running in this election? As one of the fastest-growing communities in Durham Region, our city's leaders need fresh, strong voices to propel our community forward. We need bold ideas to prepare for the future and make Oshawa work for everyone. If elected, I will address the issues in my ward and our city by creating solutions and executing change. I will focus on redeveloping areas of the community to stimulate business, job growth, and social participation. I will increase access to services and review quality of programs, and I will foster innovation to drive Oshawa forward. So let's look forward, Oshawa. Let's build on sustainability and encourage inclusivity. Let's innovate together. For more information on my platform or to join my campaign, visit votealexdown.com or follow me on Facebook at Alex Down for City Councillor. On October 22nd, vote Alex Down for City Councillor, Ward 5. Thank you.
Hello, Oshawa. This is John Gray, a former mayor 2003 to 2010 and regional councillor 1994 to 2003. I currently work for Arbor Memorial and hold a valid Ontario Cemetery Cremation Sales Representative and Funeral Pre-Planner license. I have lived in Ward 5 along with my wife Bonnie and our 2 adult children for the past 21 years. It pains me that Oshawa has been a source of many secrets during the last 8 years. The track record on accountability is dismal, to say the least. Countless orders from the Privacy Commissioner to release information that should be in the public realm have not taught members of council that their secrecy habits are bad news. Citizens should be able to ask tough questions and receive truthful answers. We need a more balanced approach to growth. We do not need to pave over every square inch of land. The recent approval of the development at the foot of Park Road is a great example. I know my way around City Hall, which will be effective to solve constituency issues. Basic maintenance is being ignored just because the growth in the North End seems to mask everything else. What about the weeds that are popping up at traffic islands and along major traffic corridors? This unsightly mess diminishes the appearance of Oshawa. A little blast of hot water can go a long way in removing this mess. The marina and waterfront lands must be a priority. Only during an election year has Council revisited a possible boat launch. I am reminded of a line from an Elvis song. A little less conversation, a little more action, please. If you want to see much more action on the part of your council, I ask for your vote on October 22nd.
My name is Michael Baird, and I'm a candidate for the position of trustee for the Durham District School Board for the City of Oshawa. The role of trustee is an important representative of the community that plays an integral role in advocating for the needs of our community. Each community has its own needs, and ensuring that our city's children are given equitable opportunity is crucial. Education is one of the primary foundations of our society, and not to mention one of the biggest expenditures of our provincial government. There has been many changes over the past 4 years, and we can expect more change. It is critical that we have a strong voice. It is important that we have a voice that understands the issues, has experience, and is prepared to strongly represent our needs. Experience is critical. I'm seeking to be re-elected to the school board after having served 4 terms of office. Continuity is a crucial element when we face significant change. During my tenure, I've served 6 years as chair, 3 years as vice chair, and have represented and led the Provincial Association of Trustees for 4 years. During my service, we have seen the expansion of programming, a poverty reduction strategy, the implementation of before and after care in our schools, the building of more new schools in the City of Oshawa than ever before, continued improvement in our outreach within our communities, and a strong commitment to equity and diversity. I'm a candidate that is unique in my experience. Having started my career path as a secondary school teacher, I've spent my career leading and working with Ontario's largest dairy cooperative. I'm a facilitator of good governance within the cooperative sector, and as a business leader, and as a father of 6, and now a grandfather of 6, I bring my experience and professionalism to the role of trustee. We face many challenges within education. Crucial to our success is experience, skill sets attuned to the role, and ability to advocate and implement change. I've been able to provide this during my tenure, and I look forward to continuing to represent our community.
Good day. I'm Derek Bellamy, and I'm running for trustee of the Durham District School Board. I'm running because I believe we need to ensure our classrooms are a safe and welcoming environment for all of our students, as well as for those who work there. No one should feel excluded, regardless of their walk of life, or have concerns for their safety while they're in our education system. I believe we should be having conversations about the successes of our education system, not that violence in our schools is on the rise, and that we allow students to fall between the cracks. I believe we can create a list of success stories in our education system to be proud of, and to continue to build on those stories for generations to come. Why me, you might ask? Well, first and foremost, I'm a father of 5, 4 of which are currently enrolled in our public education system. I have a vested interest in ensuring we have the best education system possible, not only for my own children, but for our entire community. I believe this honor is about giving back to my community. For more than 15 years of my professional experience, it has allowed me to empower people to reach their full potential, while also managing budgets and to ensure optimal utilization, while living value-based leadership built on respect, humility, integrity, but most importantly, working as a team to make something good, great, which I believe we can do in Oshawa and Durham region. I strongly believe in communication from the board to all parents and members of the community, so don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can find out more information about my platform and me at votederekbellamy.com, and I look forward to seeing you on October 22nd.
My name is Darlene Forbes, and I'm running for Oshawa trustee at the Durham District School Board. I grew up in Oshawa, attended Durham College, and I am now raising my family here. I am passionate about my community and helping out. I was on the founding board of directors for the Backdoor Mission for the Relief of Poverty, a downtown Oshawa charity that works to help homeless and marginally housed people. I currently volunteer as the chair of Durham District School Board's Special Education Advisory Committee, where I advocate for students with learning differences and advise the board on special education programming. I know the problems that are facing our education system. Parents have talked to me about bullying and violence in our schools. All students and staff deserve to feel safe at school. I would work to implement effective and proactive programs in our schools to prevent violence and bullying. Our students need education funding that works for them. As trustee, I would fight for fair and adequate funding for our schools, just like I have done on the DDSB's Special Education Advisory Committee. I believe that all students deserve a chance at success after graduation. I propose increasing access to pre-apprenticeship and certification opportunities for students. This will help students and ease the shortage of skilled professionals in our community. I've been an advocate in the field for education, both for my own child and other people's children, for almost a decade. I have a deep understanding of the education system and its flaws. I commit to listening to parents in the community and working with them to ensure that all children succeed. On October 22nd, vote for me, Darlene Forbes, for Oshawa trustee at the Durham District School Board. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Robert Jades. I'm running for school board trustee for the Oshawa area. And my platform is that I want to put the needs of the students first, because time in and time out, I've been seeing too many times in which student needs are not being met either by any of the boards or even in their schools. They're being ignored. And I would like to put a stop to that and put the needs of the students first. I don't care about budgets, because At the end of the day, it's about putting the needs of the students first, and I'm hoping to count on your vote.
My name is Ashley Noble, and I'm running for Durham District School Board trustee here in Oshawa. I'm a community activist, a volunteer, and a youth advocate. I've been a part of many progressive campaigns here in Oshawa, and I look forward to sharing my lived experiences with everyone here in Oshawa as well. I was a Durham District School Board student for 14 years. I know firsthand what cuts can do to our schools and our communities. Strong schools build strong communities. Our educational system should be a healthy, accessible, safe, and structural environment. This environment needs to be somewhere where students, teachers, and staff can thrive in. Equity is a huge part of my platform. DDSB has been making very strong strides towards equity, but there's always room for improvement. We need more diverse voices at our tables. Maintaining collaboration and transparency with students, workers, and residents is another huge part of my platform. Progressive solutions need to be everywhere and not just for temporary fixes, but to solve long-term problems and promote future opportunities. We should always be putting students, families, and workers over politics, and we need to stop school closures. On October 22nd, vote for a new voice with a purpose for change. Vote for Ashley Noble for School Board Trustee here in Oshawa.
Hi, I'm Garth Riley. I'm running for school trustee in Oshawa, and I'm asking for your vote. Here's the reason I'm running. It's because of our kids. It's because our kids deserve to be safe. Our kids deserve to be heard. Our kids deserve to know that somebody up there, up at the board, has got their best interest. And quite frankly, I don't think that's been the case. When it comes to bullying, and let this be my one issue that I speak on, when it comes to bullying, it's age-old and yet it continues. And when I question the people up at the board about it, I get no answers, and neither do parents. I promise you that when you elect me as your trustee, I will be that voice. I will be heard, and I will make sure you're heard, and your kids will be safe. Other issues, of course, I understand how to deal with them, and I will, because I have business acumen and I've been involved in the community and in business for over 40 years. But I want to tell you today, right here, right now, your vote will help make a difference the way the board behaves when it comes to bullying. So vote for Riley in Oshawa. We'll take care of things.
Hi, my name is Ezra Quinton, resident of Oshawa over the last 28 years. I'm running for the Durham Catholic School Board as trustee. Over the years, education has become an important tool in all communities. Funding is very important. It must continue at the same levels over the years. Accountability. As a trustee, I am accountable to the people of the community I serve. An open door policy where all residents of the community is heard. Also, I think with the growing population of the Durham region, we have, as trustees, we have that responsibility to make sure we serve and respect and listen to the concerns of our community and parents on issues that may face the schools or the board. I'm seeking your support on October the 22nd. We need a change, and I'm the one who will help to make that change in Durham region for the school board of Durham. I can be reached at equinton@gmail.com. Thank you, and I look forward for your support.
Bonjour, chers parents et lecteurs. Dear parents and constituents, my name is Anna Karina Rushkovsky, and I am running for trustee with the French Public School Board Viamonde. Je suis votre candidate Viamonde. je me présente dans le but d'effectuer des changements positifs dans le fonctionnement du Conseil. In my professional role as an actuary working in the insurance industry, I am accustomed to administrative board duties. However, it is as an engaged parent that I hope to make a difference, because it is crucially important that parent and community voices be heard and considered. L'éducation et les écoles sont au cœur de nos communautés, et c'est surtout vrai pour la minorité francophone, qui doit combattre l'assimilation tout en gérant les défis posés par des zones scolaires très vastes, qui rendent difficile la rétention de nos élèves. Je fais partie d'une équipe de 5 candidats qui ont tous à cœur une éducation laïque de qualité, tant au niveau des programmes offerts qu'au niveau de la qualité des installations scolaires. Sous la bannière « Rêvons en grand », nous souhaitons faire avancer les projets capitaux, assurer que nos écoles francophones soient équivalentes à celles des écoles anglophones, apporter un esprit de transparence au sein du Conseil, consulter les parents, tenir compte de leur point de vue et de communiquer clairement avec eux, et exiger que nos écoles soient situées à des distances raisonnables des foyers. Car, comme l'indique le rapport du commissaire aux services en français, le manque de proximité de nos écoles francophones ainsi que des installations inférieures sont parmi les causes principales de l'abandon de l'éducation de langue française. Donc, je vous invite à communiquer avec moi en consultant notre site web rêvonsengrand.ca. Le 22 octobre, donnez une juste place à la voix des parents et celle de notre communauté en m'accordant votre vote, afin qu'ensemble, nous puissions rêver en grand pour tous nos enfants. Merci.